Dude, today we are doing it big Italian style, okay? We got a giant calzone. I'm putting a video at the end to see how I made this thing, but basically what you got here is a bunch of sausage, mushrooms, olives, pepperoni, cheese, bacon, and then cooked with a whole bunch of olive oil, marinara sauce. So a whole bunch of delicious stuff here. I got a scale here. I'm not sure exactly how much this weighs. I just know it feels super heavy. Okay, it's big, but it smells delicious. It looks delicious. I can't wait to get into this thing. I gotta cut a piece of this off first. Let's start with the end here. I am not sure if I'm going to be able to eat all this. Just letting you know right now. Okay. This is just the end here. Yeah, that is cooked perfectly, actually. Let's see how much this thing weighs. Okay, this piece is 2 pounds 3 ounces, so getting off to a good start here. All right, and 3, 2, 1. Calzone. Welcome to the huge calzone that I made in my house. I will say this thing does look a little mashed up. It's because when I was picking it up off the counter, it was so huge I could not even pick it up with just my hands. This entire monstrosity weighs about 12 pounds. It is very huge, but also very delicious. All right, nice and crunchy on the bottom. Really good flavor in here. Kind of hard to chew. Dough tastes awesome, but I think I put a little bit too much dough in this. I could have went with a little less. Here's this delicious marinara sauce. If you're lactose intolerant, this calzone may be a death sentence. There is 2.5 pounds of mozzarella cheese in this thing. There is also about 6 pounds of meat. Definitely some potential to be busting out your clothes after this one. Yeah, this is good. Honestly, this is better than restaurant food challenges I've eaten. This is good. Definitely kind of tough to eat though, because the amount of dough on the outside, there's a lot. Oh yeah. If you would have walked into my house at this point, you would have thought you were in the most Italian part of Oregon. 23andMe says I am part of Sicilian, so cooking this type of food just kind of comes natural to me. It's so hot in here for me cooking this thing. It's sweating. On to the next one. Okay, see how much this one weighs. 1 pound 9 ounces. One thing that's kind of tough when you're eating something like this gigantic calzone or like some pizzas, just stuff with a lot of bread or dough, is how much volume that comes with it and how much water do you have to drink. Just kind of makes everything swell up in your stomach, so there's definitely a lot of volume. You can really see how cheesy this thing is. This calzone definitely was really delicious. You can really taste the marinara and all the seasonings that were Italian styled put into the meat. I was definitely surprised that this giant calzone tasted better than some pizza I've had at different restaurants. Yeah, this thing is like insane huge. Tastes delicious though. Got a big old fat piece of pepperoni. Yeah, the bottom is a little crispy. Not burnt though, but I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to cook this all the way through. Also, would be definitely better if you were doing this on a pizza stone. I don't even think a pizza stone could fit something this big. At least when you can buy it at a store. Okay, let's see how much this thing weighs. Okay, 1 pound, 6 ounces. This thing is thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. I'm not sure how or when the first calzone was created. I'm sure somebody back in the day took a look at a pizza and said, man, this might look better as a Hot Pocket. And if you think this calzone looks delicious, let me know down in the comments. Also, what kind of calzone would you like that's maybe something else, maybe kind of like a breakfast style? Let me know. Okay, this one's looking cheesy. 1 pound, 2 ounces. I'm sure you're wondering, what is the biggest calzone to ever be created? Google says it is a 60-footer. Looks like they were cooking it through some continuous oven. That is a lot of the gabagool, if you know what I mean. All right, 1 pound, 8 ounces. Well, like 8.1, but it's okay. If you made it this far and you're enjoying this giant calzone challenge, make sure you Italian mob style murder that subscribe button. Also like it. This thing tastes awesome. There's just a ton of volume to it for sure. Yeah, this is about like 8 ounces here. Alright guys, I'm calling it quits there. This is how much I got left. It's about 4 pounds, 4.5. So just to reference this thing started totally full, okay, so. Yeah, this whole thing was like 12 pounds. There's a lot of volume to it. Really delicious, but I cannot eat 12 pounds yet, so. If you like this video, guys, go ahead and share, subscribe, and do all that. There is a cooking video of how I made this thing coming up, so. I mean, it's the first one I ever made, so, I mean, it's not super great, but you'll see how I made this, so. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. It's delicious. Every part of it, everything was super cheesy, fatty, sausagey, pepperoni. It was great. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Alright, so you saw me eat the calzone. I'm sure I said it was delicious about 1,000,000 times, but now I'm going to show you how I made the huge freaking thing. So, first step, bunch of flour, seasonings, just salt and Italian. Then you got a whole bunch of this frothy, yeasty mixture, and there's also some honey in there, okay? So now that we got this all together, what I'm going to do is put it into this gigantic mixing bowl. So hopefully this goes well. Oh yeah. All right. Now it's time to mix it, baby. And you are supposed to mix it until it becomes a shaggy dough mixture, okay? And if you are a calzone connoisseur out there, cut me some slack. This is my first time making one, okay? Yeah, this was about 12 cups of flour. Okay, we got our shaggy dough mixture here. Next step is to knead it on my clean surface, which is my counter. Alright, let's knead this thing up. Okay, I just cleaned out this bowl because I don't have a bigger industrial sized bowl than this, and this dough ball, as you can see, is freaking humongous. So, alright, so the next step is to coat this thing in oil and put it into the bowl. Okay, pick this sucker up. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, we got the oil in there. We got the dough ball. Just gonna coat this in the oil. Okay, might have been a little bit too much oil, but it's okay. Get this thing all nice and oily, all slick, so when it rises, it's not going to stick to anything. Alright, we got the nice oily dough ball. Check that out. And next step is to let this thing take a nap. Just gonna cover it up, put it in my oven, not turned on, and let this thing rise up, okay? So see you in a little bit. Alright, so we got the massive amount of dough here, okay? So I'm not sure how much this weighs, but yeah, it's freaking massive. So it rose very nicely. Now, we're cooking up the onion, the sausage. I got 2 pounds of bacon in the oven, and garlic. Got some olives here, which I'm just gonna throw in last. Marinara sauce, and we're using olive oil to cook all of this, okay? Also got a bunch of cheese and pepperoni, so it's coming all up. All right, coming in with the onion. All right, now that the onion is all nice and sauteed, it is time for that meat, son. We're using the best Jimmy Dean sausage that Costco has to offer. And for anybody wondering, it hardcore smells Italian in here. And I got some of this seasoning here, which is salt, Italian seasoning, pepper, onion powder, and there's garlic and parsley stuff. Oh yeah, it smells like a giant calzone time coming up. I also have this, which I'm going to use for like an egg wash. It's just garlic and olive oil. Alright, it is mushroom time. I don't even know if all of these will fit. Toasting up 3 packs of pepperonis. And here is some of the bacon. This is just about like a fourth of it. Alright, now we are on to one of the last steps here. It's going to be beating this dough down like it owes you money. Alright, let's get this thing beaten up. Now I'm doing is just pushing the dough out. Trying to get it stretched out a little bit so I can add all of the fillings. Alright, let's get layer 1 going here with the cheese, baby. Got mozzarella. Alright, coming in with the meat. Sausage, bacon, ham. Or not ham, pepperoni. Mushrooms, garlic. It looks and smells amazing. Okay, let's get some of these olives in there. More of the cheese. Alright, I've got some of this delicious looking marinara sauce here. Alright, I'm gonna save the rest to dip this in. Okay, yeah, definitely a lot of food. Just trying to tuck this sucker in. This thing looks freaking insane. Okay, this thing is nice and freaking massive. Alright guys, so last step is just to get it in the oven. I got it at 450 right now. So I'll see you back. Or actually, I'll see you at the beginning when I'm eating this thing. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you want to make a calzone that's freaking gigantic, nobody's stopping you. Go ahead and do it. And yeah, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.